Hello, here is the last war of this season 32. Again, I'm taking path 9 with Kingpin, the Hood, and Magneto. So Magneto was very useful in this war because I had I think any champ on my path was metal. So really Magneto was was the guy to bring. So I actually tried to use Kingpin from time to time, not to use the same guy, because when you don't have health anymore, you cannot use the guy, especially at the end of the season when you don't have a boost and health potions left. And then also I managed to squeeze actually 3 fights with the Hood at the very end. So you will see. In the end, this war will be a win, so we're quite happy. It was quite close, but diversity though of the opponent was pretty limited. I think they had 99. I'm fighting 2 Guillotine 99 on my path. I saw, I don't know, 3 or 4 Stealth Spidey on my BG, also 4 Doom, I don't know, they were so the same champ was repeated many times. So that's it, so we should be able to stick to Gold 1 if I'm not mistaken. And well, I'm quite happy about the season. So I let you enjoy the report. So we start with section 1. There is first the Stealth Suit Spiderman. So Stealth Spidey is metal. I could have gone with Magneto. The thing is that I saw many metal champs on my path, so I thought, yeah, let's go with Kingpin. And I like fighting fighting Stealth Spidey with Kingpin. So when fighting him, I have 2 things in mind. The first one is the evade charge he has, because if he evades, then he hits you back and it hurts quite a lot. So what I do is that I start with 1 hit combo and then back off to remove the charge, like here for instance. And the other thing is that you can only parry him when he charges. So with these 2 things in mind, I try to respect them, let's say, and for instance there, 1 hit combo, I back off and the charge goes away. He was charging himself, so I could parry. There I messed up a bit and I could finish the fight. Okay, so it's not complicated, but it's really this 1 hit combo that you need to do, because otherwise if you go with 2 hits, the second hit basically you get hit back and you cry. So then we have Guillotine 99. There I go with Magneto. The plan is simply to parry heavy, SP3. I might even SP2, I think, in this fight. We'll see. So nothing too complicated. The good thing is that since she's metal, her power drain thing that she has on this peon doesn't work sometimes. So that's nice. And then even I should SP2 now. At first I'm baiting her SP2 and then just finish her with my SP2. Pretty easy fight for Magneto. Then we move on to section 2 and we have another Guillotine 99. So this one is not as easy as the previous one. It's on the stun reflection node. And I go with Kingpin. The reason why I like going with Kingpin is because since I have the Hood synergy, in case I mess up and I parry, I can potentially shrug it off immediately. I have to be careful about the digital cloak. There I get cornered, but thank God she didn't went after me and I could push her away. Then she goes with, I'm trying to bait her SP2. It's not easy because I don't want to parry. There, get clipped. The good thing is that Kingpin is immune to her SP2 regen modification. However, he's not immune to her SP1 power drain. Then I will bait her SP2 again. Retaliate. And we managed to finish her. Then we move to the path 9 of section 2. So we first have a Dragonman on a limber node. So Dragonman is metal. For this reason I'm bringing Magneto. The only thing is that because of limber I cannot really parry heavy. So I play him like with medium and light combos. From time to time I will have to parry because when you stun Dragonman you can take away the power gain. So when I remember about it I try to do it. I'm not doing it now, but I could have done it. So that's one thing. And the other thing, I don't want to make the same mistake I made like some wars ago, which is to use my SP2 on Dragonman. The reason is because Magneto's SP2 puts an armor break, and when Dragonman has an armor break, he puts a degen on you. Okay, so I will try to avoid SP2 as much as I can. So the idea is like to combine medium and light attacks and try to bait his special attack as fast as possible because I really don't want to get to SP3. So here we bait an SP2 and I move to my special 3. I managed to resist the temptation of throwing an SP2. We bait his SP1. And the other node is one that puts bleed on or shock on you, which is great because it means that Magneto can regen out of it. So in the end it's not a hard fight. Now we have a Doctor Doom. So I'm always a bit afraid of Doctor Doom because you mess up a bit and suddenly you die, you know? Especially when, I don't know, the SP2, these things can happen. The good thing is Doctor Doom is metal. So for this reason I think I went with a power boost because I really want to get as quick as possible to SP3 because otherwise you know, I don't want this fight to be too long. Then I managed to dex the SP1. It's not always the case. Also, thank God my opponent has Suicide's Masteries on, which makes the fight faster. Get to SP3 and we should be able to finish him. With the bleed debuff, he goes down. Then we have the mini buff of section 1. It's a Ghost Rider with kinetic transfer, I think. So Ghost Rider is metal. An option is going with Magneto. But apparently I felt like going with the Hood. So my idea is to bait his SP1. I can dex typically his SP1 when I don't mess up. And on my side I want to get to SP2. And just after the SP2, throw a heavy attack. Okay. And that was a pretty fast fight. Actually, very fast. Anyway. We can finally move to the boss circle. We have Ultron on Safeguard. And so I don't know whether you remember my report some wars ago, but I discovered that the hood is good for Safeguard, because when you throw a heavy attack, the red numbers that you see on the screen are not subject to the 1% damage cap. So for this reason, hood is quite good against Safeguard. I know Ultron is metal. I could have gone with Magneto, but the hood is my option for Safeguard. Okay, so one has to pay attention to the evade charge. Also, I try to keep him below 2 bars of power. So as soon as Ultron has a bar of power, I try to bait his SP1. Managed to throw my SP2, and immediately after I tried the heavy attack. It didn't work, but I managed to parry, and you see an impressive amount of damage. Hood is clearly my boy for Safeguard. I really like this guy. We bait his SP1, turn invisible again, SP2, and now we should be able to finish him. And that's it. So I lost some health because I messed up a bit at the beginning. The bleed damage took some health away from me. Then I left the Nimrod to our mate No Clue, who did a great job with Corvus, if I remember well. And I finally go to my last fight of this war. I'm taking this Nova mini-boss on Bane and Limber. And I'm bringing the hood again. Okay, so I use my very last fight of the war, you see? I used all my health potions. I had 12 potions of those that gives you back 1200. I used them all. Used some units, to buy some boosts that I didn't have. We'll see now. Because you have to know that war was very close. So I think we were ahead by 1 death or something like that. And I didn't want to be the guy that died, okay? So that's why I said, let's spend some units, not to be the responsible guy for the loss. I hesitated and I said, you know what, I'm going to buy also a green boost, But anyway, so Nova, okay, he has the auto block, but you can bait heavy. And I had a WhatsApp message that I had to cut off. So I can bait heavy, try to get to SP2, and when I throw the SP2, I will try to throw one of those heavy attacks. So I go on, I put those hexes, Dex is SP1, baiting the heavy attack and punish him. The auto block, it's a bit annoying, but I managed to get to my SP2. There I'm dexing his SP2 because I prefer to do that instead of throwing the heavy attack, but I managed to throw it anyway after this. Couldn't bait properly the SP1, but it's okay. Now it's the end of the fight. I will throw an SP1 and watch him KO. That's it. So that was the end of our war of the season. We won that one, pretty happy. We stuck to gold 1, so hopefully tomorrow we'll get some nice rewards.